Hello, everybody, and welcome to Afternoon Live. Look at that live shot. Oh, it's gorgeous out. Downtown Portland from our Portland Riverfront camera. Oh, I love it. I'm Trey Renee, and we've got a great show for you, starting with a road trip. But not just here, we are also traveling out of state. Here is our travel guide for the day. To give us a preview, we welcome back Pat the Wine Guy Helberg.
Hey, Trey.
Hey, always good to see you.
Road trip.
I know,
Okay,
this is exciting.
A wine road trip. Actually, it's four.
We're going to four wineries?
Four wine trips. Yeah, we're going to talk about 4 wine regions that are drivable from the Portland area, a couple of drives longer than others, and you're going to try a representative wine from each of the 4 regions.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I love starting off the show this way. Okay, so...
it's a great time for road trip because, and sorry to interject, but the summer tasting room crowds, they're gone. They've gone back to school, back to work.
Right.
It's only the second day of fall, but there's starting to be a little color in the vineyards.
Yes.
So, and if your timing's right, you might catch harvest.
That's what everybody's talking about.
Picking the grapes and processing the grapes,
Yes.
and that's a lot of fun.
So what kind of fun can you have when they're doing the harvesting? Do you just watch, or can people get involved sometimes?
It depends on the winery.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on how desperate they are for amateur help.
Well, probably not then. Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, we got 4 wines from 4 regions to test and talk about the road trip, how long it's going to take to drive there.
Okay.
All these wines that you're going to taste are available at stores in the viewing area, because that's what we do at Pat the Wine Guy.
Right.
We talk about wines you can find good buys at your store.
Absolutely.
Okay,
so where are we going
we're
first?
going to go north to south.
Okay.
Start in Walla Walla.
All right.
Walla
Not
Walla
far.
is about a 4-hour drive from Portland. It's a very pretty 4-hour drive going up the gorge. Have you been to Walla Walla?
No. I've heard about the Walla Walla, fries or something. That's all I know.
I'm just about the Walla Walla wine. And you love red wine. The red wine at Walla Walla is fantastic.
Really?
So I'm going to have you try the Waterbrook Merlot while I tell you about Walla Walla.
May I?
Great thing
Does that
about
mean
Walla
I
Walla,
can
go in. In downtown Walla Walla, they had this good idea to take some storefronts and they've converted them to tasting rooms. So in about a 3 or 4 block area around downtown Walla Walla, you can literally stumble from one tasting room
I
to
like what you did there.
another.
I like what you did there. As long as you're not driving to each.
Right. And,
That's okay.
Another nice thing about downtown Walla Walla is they've kept some of that historic old town charm. So it's a little like the wine business meets Andy and Mayberry in a good way.
Oh, do they whistle too?
Anyway, and great restaurants in Walla Walla. 4 hours from here, worth the drive.
Oh, I like that. This is actually pretty good.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yep. Okay.
They do Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Syrah in Walla Walla, and they do a great job. Nice. Now we're going to mub closer to home, the Willamette Valley, which is big, really, when you think about it. From the north up in Forest Grove, all the way south in Eugene. But we're going to hone in on the area in the Willamette Valley that we're all familiar with, which is Dundee, Newburgh, Yamhill County.
Absolutely. Yep,
Right.
Been there.
And when you think of that area, what kind of wine do you think of?
Pinot
Noir. So please try this Pinot Noir.
Don't mind if I do.
It is a Rocco Pinot Noir, their gravel road. Now, depending on traffic, this is only 45 minutes from Portland. If you're in Tigard, it's even closer. Sherwood, even closer. If you're in Dundee and Newburgh, you can go out the back door.
Exactly. I was going to say, take a jog.
See a vineyard.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there again, the Willamette Valley stretches a long ways. There are now over 500 wineries in the Willamette Valley. So there's wineries outside of Salem and Corvallis and Albany and Dallas and all the way down to Eugene.
They're everywhere.
So you can make it a short road trip or a longer road trip if you choose.
I like that
too. Wine road trip number 3, Southern Oregon, Umpqua Valley. So about 3 hours down to the Roseburg area.
Nice, all right.
Doing some really interesting things down in Southern Oregon. They've got specific soils down there and climates and topography, so they're growing grapes that aren't grown in other parts of the state, including Tempranillo. I'm going to have you try an Abyssella Tempranillo. And again, this is near Roseburg. Most of the action in Southern Oregon is happening around the Roseburg area. Great place to tour because they're very laid back down there. There's nothing corporate about the wineries in Southern Oregon. And it's not just Roseburg. They continue on toward Grants Pass, Medford, Ashland.
What did you say this is?
Tempranillo, which is a wine usually associated with Spain. But they're
And is it a Tempranillo grape?
Tempranillo grape, Tempranillo wine, both. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tasted a Tempranillo before.
Actually, I've slipped one by on a previous appearance.
What?
Anyway, this is a up-and-coming area, Southern Oregon, and again, about 3 hours. Now we're really taking a road trip. We're going to go down to California.
Oh, now that's a road trip, or is that more like a plane ride?
Well, it could be a road trip. There's Starbucks along the way. But when you think of California, you think of, naturally, Napa,
yes,
which is the most prestigious wine touring area in the country. However, Napa, a lot of traffic, a lot of crowds, and is very expensive.
Especially if you want to stay overnight.
If you want to taste wine, it's expensive. Would you like a $100 tasting fee? So I'm stopping about 10 and a half hours from Portland, and we're going to stop in Sonoma County, northwest of Napa. Yeah. 2 towns in particular, great towns, Geyserville and Healdsburg.
Okay.
Hundreds of wineries down here. I'm going to have you try a Coppola Claret. Claret is a combination between Cabernet and Merlot.
Now, Coppola also has a vineyard in Napa, too, don't they?
They've also got a vineyard now in Oregon, too.
Really? I didn't know that.
The reason I bring out Coppola is because it's novel. If you go to the Coppola winery in Geyserville, they've got a pseudo-museum down there with a lot of his memorabilia from his amazing directorial career.
Yes,
so there's things from The Godfather, things from Apocalypse Now. Last time I was there, about a year and a half ago, they had 7 of his Oscars in a display case, Academy Awards.
Oh, that's worth the trip.
So kind of novel, and there's also a little red wine and a little white wine at Coppola.
Why not?
Too. So anyway, all of these wine regions are unique. So you got Walla Walla and Willamette Valley in Southern Oregon and Sonoma County. We've got more information about all of these and suggested itineraries on our website.
Come on.
PatTheWineGuy.com.
There you go. You trying to take my job too? Get out of here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Trey.
All right. I love this road tripping. And again, we will have more information about Pat the Wine Guy and a link to his blog on our website at KATU.com.